was in Phoenix Park throughout the lockdown. Do you remember that? He had his top off. He was drinking cans, playing nipple twisters with his friends. Remember that? And the media, the Irish Slimes, was one of the first to report that he was living on the premises, he was living in Phoenix Park. So it's got to that stage that the lies, the propaganda and the nonsense, that they're even lying on his own behalf. Because obviously Leo didn't feel he was accountable to answer the question himself. No. And it was a picnic, because he had a picnic basket as well. So, and he had cans. He was drinking cans in Phoenix Park, and I caught someone there brilliant. They said, "Oh no, I'm only interested in real news." I mean, okay, yeah, and a typical Trump hater, the usual. Anyway, I said, "Well, what if Donald Trump was in Central Park with his top off, drinking cans? Would you feel that that was newsworthy?" I didn't hear a reply for that anyway. But we see constant cases. We followed this model from a Neil Ferguson over in the BBC, the same guy who broke the rules to visit his bit on the side, if you remember. So now the key is about Golfgate as well, that 81 individuals went off on a golf trip and had a luncheon, a liquid luncheon. So they made out after, and they had their steak dinners, and they golfed back points and laughed their head off. Now, the key is the reason why these individuals did that. It's because they know this is a complete hoax. That's the reason why they did it. People are lost up in that. Oh, someone has to be reprimanded. We saw Phil Hogan there getting a payoff. What was it? 2.3 million or something. Cheerio, lads. He'll be probably over in Alicante now playing golf somewhere. So the reason why these solicitors, these judges, these politicians and these employees of the redundant treacherous echo chamber, the reason why that they met up and they had a few drinks and a laugh is because...
Tell everybody if you haven't got the tickets on the car, they're over checking the cars. Anyway.
Okay, they're over checking the cars there. So if you have any... So what was his reply, Dee?
His reply was, when he was asked what's the story, he said, because of the protest, I told him to check the cars.
And you know what? Look, it's subscribed to people. You can't get the truth from the mainstream media. We know that at the moment anyway. It's absolutely poison to the core, right? But for one thing, that for me, an amazing speech, and if you haven't checked it out, I'm sure a lot of you, I can see people are awake here, is David Icke in Trafalgar Square. I mean, did he boss that place to the last? Our very own Dolores Cahill as well was there. Fantastic. She's a wonderful lady, always smiling, always happy. I was lucky enough there a few weeks ago at the Custom House, and to talk to her and get a few pictures. And yeah, look, she's wonderful and extremely intelligent, because sometimes when they say, well, who says that, well, I'm talking about a biomolecular scientist. I think you'll get a little bit of quiet out of that, because you can't argue with that, and also a microbiologist. So I think it's safe to say that Dolores knows what she's talking about. Do we have a consensus on that? But is the redundant, treacherous echo chamber of RTE, do they have her on? No! Who do we have? We've got the shill Luke O'Neill. Professor Luke O'Neill. How many lies can you tell, Luke?
Liar needs a good memory.
And he's linked up to GSK also. So Luke is telling us, this is the same Luke that told us back in February, with Tubbs and Tiles, on the shill Tubbs and Tiles on the Late Late Show, masks do nothing. Now, Luke had a change of mind. I mean, a full 180 on it. Now you have to wear the masks, all of a sudden. So, does anyone seem to be questioning that?
He got a few more silver dollars.
Yeah, he probably didn't know. Yeah, he got another phone call and said there's going to be a few bobs going towards your account. Are you willing to sell your soul to the devil, Luke? He said. I'm there already. And who else do we have? We had Tony Houlihan, a good old Tony. He's the head off a guard, actually. Every time I see him, I always think he's a detective. Now, Tony tucked his tail in between his legs and ran for the hills. He used some excuse about his wife having cancer. She might be sick or something like that. Yeah. Tony tucked his tail in between his legs and ran for the hills. He probably grew a conscience. And here we have old Sam McConkey then as well, Lion Sam. Sam as well, Sam seems to